Hi, I'm Chris Herbert. We are standing at the entrance of the Berlin exhibition in collaboration with Coil Winding and APC Media. We have several interviews with leading players in the transformer industry. Come and join me and see what we are up to. We are privileged to have Dr. Karl Schäcke here today with us to share with us some insights on ASTA and the ASTA Group. Karl, welcome.
Welcome.
Nice to have you here. You are known as a very charismatic and dynamic group CEO. Please share with us your career within ASTA. You joined them almost 4 years ago, originally as Chief Operating Officer, and now as Group CEO. Please.
Well, it was an interesting journey when I joined ASTA. There was not a tailwind as it is now. It was a starting point. I had to, let's say, learn a little bit about our assets. We're producing in China, India, now in Bosnia, Austria. It's the oldest plant we have in Austria. Also, headquarters is located in Vienna, in Austria. So, in the end, we have 2 more plants, and they are in South America, in Brazil. And guess what? Also, interesting assets. We acquired in this time, when I came the first year, already a second plant in Brazil. So now this makes up the 6 plants, comprising 1,500 employees, let's say, working for a revenue of this year, approximately 700 million. First step, get the assets clean and ready and fine. And then I got the chance to step into the CEO position. It's a very big responsibility because there are 1,500 families depending on us. And we built up a very united executive team. And in the collaboration with our customers, it went very well in the last couple of years. So I'm happy to be still with ASTA, and it's also my guest to go on.
Karl, ASTA has always been a market leader. It is renowned for its quality product worldwide. It has always been at the forefront of innovation. What is happening under your leadership? Share with us some insights on the dynamics.
I share as much as I want to share, yes. Sure. So what do we do? With the integration of the second plant in Brazil, we backward integrated and are now ready to recycle copper, hyper pure copper, with the quality we can recycle and upcast down to the copper rods and produce our copper cores. In the end, CTC products or the rebel bars or also EV applications. We will go green as much as we can until 2035, especially in Scope 3. We have found out that we can reduce 70% of the CO2 quota in the copper. With this system, we roll it out to Europe's next, and innovative to mention on the other side of the world in China, we stepped successfully into the EV business. With high-end, again, ASTA is always thriving to a high-end market, niche player, not the mass market. So we let's say, the more difficult projects, we're happy that our big OEMs come to us and say, please help us.
In the transformer industry, you have a stellar reputation. I know about some collaborations with some of the large players on carbon emissions. Would you like to share some information on that?
We are working together now. For instance, there was a panel discussion with Siemens on to build a circular economy and deliver. TenneT was also on this panel to deliver green transformers, and we will, let's say, build the copper cores and the copper windings for these transformers to have a small circular economy and go forward as partners, collaborative in the market, not only on the, let's say, sales and purchasing side, but also with sustainable goals and objectives, which is for us imperative.
You are known for your dynamic leadership, your charismatic leadership, but you are also known as a tough manager. You have managed to increase the revenue of the company. You've managed to increase the EBITDA figures. How did you achieve this? What was your challenges in this regard?
Well, first of all, the discussion with the customer has to be on a fair basis, even if you have a position where you can put some pressure. They also put some pressure on the other side. So I think the main topic, the main challenge was to establish a collaborative talking about what is going on in the total market. Is a big tailwind for our customers. So it should also a little bit be a tailwind for us. So setting up meetings where we really exchange our views about our stability, how much can we invest, how much can we go. But we decided clearly we go with our global accounts, we go with our big customers. We don't want to, let's say, jeopardize or hesitate to make in the spot market maybe 5, 10, 15% more margin for some small time of being. But now we have a long visibility. We asked for the visibility. Now we can jointly to discuss. And this is working well. On the other side, we had to, let's say, brush up a little bit the assets. We had to expand. We're expanding at the moment in China, a little bit in India. We are expanding. We are building a new plant in Bosnia, and we're expanding in Austria. Next step is also Brazil and green copper for Europe. So a lot of program at the same time in, let's say, the focus to succeed on the one hand and to support better every day our customers.
The big debate in the transformer industry at this point in time is for how long will this unprecedented growth continue? There are speculations that it will last to 2030, perhaps to 2035. Then there is the expectation that it will reoccur around about 2050. One of the approaches to establish whether this is sustainable is always to, in fact, talk to the end user, but also very important to some of the primary suppliers. ASTA is a critical supplier of copper to the industry. What are your views on the economic growth and the prediction?
I share more or less your speech, let's say. We are very happy that we see and have forecast and transparency beyond 2030 with our big customers worldwide. We're working on this where we get an update. At the moment, it looks like that the pace is going up even. With the end customers and with, let's say, grid operators, you are knowledgeable too. They have stable national plans. Germany released the plan last week. Stable, very strong. TenneT is happy. We will support it. So I would say until 2035, the stress level will be the same on the positive side.
Very, very good. What does the future hold for ASTA?
The future for ASTA is that we want to develop this to a 1 billion company with a profitable earnings in the end, being stable on 3 pillars. Is the recycling on one side, is the legacy business, the energy, where we come from more than 200 years ago even, always being in the copper business, and third, to step in on a high-level premium selected manufacturing for the hairpins of the e-mobility areas.
Second last question.
Sure, go ahead.
What would you say to your client base if you see them today?
Let us make it happen the next 10 years, and let's make it a clean industry for the future generations.
In conclusion, in terms of coil winding Berlin, what are your expectations, and to what extent have you experienced this over the last couple of days?
It's summarizing, let's say, our talk. Summarizing is collaborative talks, very much. Transparency, outlooks, where does it go? Also support and a lot of discussions about sustainability, reduction of CO2 quotas, and get the whole industry clean.
Karl, I thank you very much for the interview.
I thank
the
you.
best of luck.
Please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.